Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me again today for another card making video. Today we're going to use Gallery Blooms, really nice set, and I think it's going to be really popular. I've seen lots of stuff online using this set. Okay, so I've used both of these big blooms before. We're going to use this one today. Sort of looks like a bit like lavender or a lupin or something like that. So that's our image, and then we have got the coordinating dies to go with that. And then I'm using these dies, which I think are fabulous. Okay, what are these called? Sentimental Framing. So I didn't get the stamp set, I just got the dies because I like these intricate dies to create backdrops to my cards. So that's what I have done today, and I've used this one to create this strip across the middle of this card. Okay, so everything's been cut in white cardstock today, and we're just going to do a bit of ink blending and that. So as I say, I was going to leave it white on white, but I feel like I do like it with the colour on it, so I'm glad I made that decision. This one is just stamped and die cut, and then this one we've coloured in with some blends. Okay, this uses Gorgeous Grape as the main focus colour, and then there's a touch of Lemon Lime Twist in there for the foliage. Okay, so we're going to mix it up. We're going to do a blue version. Okay, so I've already die cut this little panel, which we need to add some ink to. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in just a bit of paper just to protect my surface. I'm going to use a blending brush, and I'm using Azure Afternoon. Now I've already inked this up, so it's already got a little bit of ink on it, because I don't want a lot of colour, I just want a little bit. But I'm going to use a little bit more on the sort of opposing corners, if you like. So this top corner is going to get a little bit more ink than the others, so we'll just I'm just holding the brush at the top here, just to allow a little bit more pressure to be added there, and then just going gently across the whole thing, so we get that sort of gradient sort of look across that panel there. Let's pop that brush away, and while we've got it in our hands, we'll use the Azure Afternoon to stamp the sentiment. So this is Thinking of You, and this is from Simply Said. So I'm leaning on quite just a handful of sets at the moment for sentiments. So Simply Said is a really good one. The Tags of Thanks is another, and then we've got the With You in Mind, if you want something a little bolder. So just popping that in, just trying to get that straight within that image. Okay, oh, it's not quite straight, but okay, we'll have to just go with that. Okay, so you've obviously got more time to line it up and everything. We do need that ink pad again. You could think it could do a bit of re-inking actually, which I'm kind of surprised at, because it's one of the newer colours. So whilst that's out, let's stamp this this image here. So it's all sort of, you know, going to coordinate. Could bring in some Night of Navy or Secret Sea, something like that, if you wanted to, especially for the sentiment. You know, the darker inks are better for sentiments, in my opinion. And it is just my opinion. Okay, so we've got that to pop into the background, and then we'll just use some Memento ink to stamp the other image that we're then going to colour in. And we'll just pop that. Oops, let's ink it properly, shall we? stamp that in this corner, and then hopefully we can die cut them both at the same time. Okay, so we do have Azure Afternoon blends, so let's just grab those and we'll just pop some colour onto this. This doesn't have to be coloured in perfectly at all, just a couple of spots here and there will probably do it really, and I don't even mind if there's a bit of white on some of these petals. And we can always go in a little bit with the darker marker just to put a little bit of contrast in somewhere here and there, but not everywhere. It's super subtle. It doesn't have to be a lot of detail at all. And I might stick with the lemon lime twist actually. It's a nice bright colour to go with our bright blue. And again, very simple colouring, not going to do anything complex, just putting that darker colour where those lines are in the artwork. And I'm not even going to go back in and do any blending or anything like that, we're just going to leave it as is. Okay, so let's get our dies. So I've got this, oops, this one that we can pop over here. So, and we'll just tack that into place. And then this one can go down at the bottom. So I'm hoping that they're not so close together, we can get them through at the same time. As long as your dies don't overlap, you're good to go. Okay, so let's pop those through the cut and emboss machine, and then all we need to do is assemble it. Very nice and quick and easy today, but pretty nonetheless. Okay, so there's those little pieces there. Okay, so we're just going to use some dimensionals onto the back of this and just pop it straight onto a white card base. So I'm going to use the larger dimensionals, so a couple of those will fit across the width, and we'll do the same in the middle. Oops. And then the other bits are a little smaller, got some finer details on them, so we'll use mini dimensionals on those. Right, so this little piece is almost bang on 4 inches, so you can just grab a little bit of a border for our UK half-fold cards. So we'll just pop a couple of dimensionals there and there, just to sort of bridge this topper. It's going to stick either side and be nice and secure. No need to have anything in the middle. And then this guy we are going to pop up even more. Okay, so a couple of dimensionals behind the flower there, Okay, and then we're going to want to sort of double up on this leaf here to compensate for that extra bit of lift. So that leaf, oops, picked up. We're going to double up those. And everything else will, oops, will have enough support from the rest of the design there. Okay, so that's that. All we need to do is add some rhinestones, so we'll just use the clear rhinestones because they go with everything. So if in doubt, these are the guys to pull out, and that's exactly what I did. Didn't know what to use, so these are what I have used today. And doing that, this trio helps tie everything together and keep it all nicely composed. Okay, so say nice and quick today with some just simple colouring, bit of ink blending on that panel. Okay, and that is it. Really nice and easy. Okay, and of course we can swap out that sentiment for anything that is appropriate, and you can use loads of colours, loads of colours to do this, and you can, you know, add more if you want to. So that is it for today. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you're staying safe. Do take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.